em a gub, everybody. Hey, Joseph Manella, he sent me a donation and he said, hey, I want you to put your favorite 70s album against your favorite 80s album. Now here's the thing. When it comes to the 70s, I know exactly what's my favorite album of the 70s. It happens to be my all-time favorite album, period. But in the 80s, it's really a three-way tie. If we count the Mercyful Fate EP, it'd be a four-way tie. My favorite albums of the 80s is a three-way tie. It's Diary of a Madman, right here. It's Melissa, Mercyful Fate, and Don't Break the Oath. So these three albums are going against the wall. So, yeah, it was very painful, man. But I mean, just keep in mind, it's three albums against one. I mean, kind of unfair, huh? Because those three albums are so badass. But here's how it went. All right, we start with In the Flesh versus Over the Mountain. Ozzy. Giving it to Ozzy. Next, The Thin Ice versus Flying High again. I love them both. I love In the Flesh. I'm going with Flying High again. I think that song freaking rules. All right, next, Another Brick in the Wall Part 1 versus You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Or You Can't Kill Rock and Roll. Giving that to Ozzy yet again. That song rules. All right, next, The Happiest Days of Our Lives versus Believer. Again, I'm going with Ozzy, man. Believer, I like it more. All right, next, Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 versus Little Dolls. I love them both. We don't need no education. And I'm not picking Little Dolls over it because, oh, it's too pop. No. I like Little Dolls more. Another one for Ozzy. All right, what's next? Mother versus Tonight. Tonight is my all-time favorite Ozzy ballad. All-time favorite. But I'm finally giving one to Pink Floyd. I'm giving that to Mother. What a song. All right, next. Goodbye Blue Sky versus SATO. SATO. And mind you, all these songs that are losing off the wall fucking roll. I love them all. But SATO. All right, next. The Eerie Empty Spaces versus Diary of a Madman. Ozzy, man. Both great, but Ozzy. That's just a perfection song. All right, next. Now we go to Melissa. All right, we're done with... So look what the first album. First album was beating its ass. Let's see how good the two Fate albums do. All right, we got Young Lust versus Evil. Definitely Evil. I'm giving it to Mercyful Fate. All right, next. One of My Turns versus Curse of the Pharaohs. Love them both, but One of My Turns is my favorite song off the wall. It wins. I'm giving it to Pink Floyd. All right, next. Don't Leave Me Now versus Into the Coven. Great. Don't Leave Me Now is awesome. It's short. Into the Coven is the shit. It wins. All right, next. Another Brick in the Wall Part 3 versus At the Sound of the Demon Bell. Believe it or not, I'm going with Another Brick in the Wall Part 3, which is my favorite of all three Another Brick in the Walls. I'm giving that to Pink Floyd. All right, next. Goodbye Cruel World versus Black Funeral. Beautiful. Goodbye Cruel World. Too short, but it's beautiful. Black Funeral. Short as well, but not that short. A little over 2 minutes, I think. Awesome. All hail Satan. That wins. All right, next. Hey You versus Satan's Fall. God damn, they're both so good. I gotta go with Satan's Fall. That 11-minute or however long it is, metal opus that goes through so many. Here's the thing about Mercyful Fate. I've said this before, I'll say it again. No band, in my opinion, can cram so many riffs in one song and make it work. The changes always like, God damn, it's completely different than what came before it, but it makes sense. I remember some guy online was talking about how Satan's Fall is all contorted, it doesn't make sense, the changes don't, are not good and blah, blah, blah. And I just watch that and I go, look, man, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but please don't breed. Don't have a kid, all right? I'm giving that one a Satan's Fall, as much as I love Hey You. All right, is there anybody out there, which is just, anybody out there with a beautiful acoustic? I love it, but Melissa wins. It's going against the Opus. Melissa, it wins. All right, now, what I had to do to make them all fit, I had to use the bonus track from Melissa and the bonus track from Don't Break the Oath. And the bonus track for Melissa is Black Masses. And that's going against Nobody's Home. Pink Floyd. Definitely giving that to Pink Floyd. Nobody's Home is so cool. All right, next. VIERA! VIERA! What has become of you? I love that song. But it's going against Dangerous Meeting. Give me a break. Mercyful Fate all the way, man. All right, next. Bring the Boys Back Home versus Nightmare. The thing about Bringing the Boys Back Home, it's kind of like it's the only song off the album I would say, yeah. I won't say it sucks though, but I would say, yeah. And that's going against Nightmare, giving it to Nightmare, because you're only living on borrowed time from the first. Fucking awesome. All right, next. The Show Must Go On versus Night of the Unborn. I'm giving that to Pink Floyd. I love that 50s feel The Show Must Go On has. It's amazing. All right, next. In the Flesh versus The Oath. I love In the Flesh. But The Oath wins, man. The Oath wins. All right, next. Run Like Hell versus Gypsy. Gypsy. Run Like Hell, like I was saying about, Bring the Boys Back Home. It's not bad, but, I feel a little the same way about Run Like Hell. I don't think it's bad. It's a cool tune and all, but I like the rest of the album more, with the exception of, Bring the Boys Back Home and Outside the Walls also. Whatever. So, what am I giving it to? Nightmare. All right, next. Comfortably Numb versus Desecration of Souls. Oh, this hurts. Let me think about it. Yeah. I don't think any song off of Diary Madman or Melissa or Dangerous Meeting can beat Comfortably Numb. It is such a beautiful, amazing, incredible song with the most incredible guitar solos. Michael Kamen's orchestration is just beyond words. Comfortably Numb wins, and I love Desecration of Souls. All right, next. The Show Must Go On. I think I already said this, right? I fucked up, right? Well, let me just keep going. The Show Must Go On versus Night of the Unborn. Show Must Go On. Oh, yeah. Run Like Hell, yeah. All right. Waiting for the Worms. Yeah, I guess I forgot to talk about Comfortably Numb. Now I look at it. I skipped it. Good thing I went back. All right, next. Waiting for the Worms versus Welcome Princes of Hell. By the way, it's a misprint. It's not Princess of Hell. That's how it's written on the album, but it was supposed to be Princes, like more than one prince. Welcome Princes of Hell. So that's a typo. I'm giving it to Waiting for the Worms. Waiting. Fucking awesome, too. That one wins. All right. And I love Welcome Princes of Hell. All right, next. Stop versus To One Far Away. Both very short. Both cool, but I'm giving that one a Mercyful Fate. The beauty of that instrumental, man. Gorgeous. All right, next, The Trial versus Come to the Sabbath. Love them both a lot, but I'm giving that one a Mercyful Fate. Come to the Sabbath, but I'll tell you this. It doesn't win by much. They're pretty close, in my opinion. Alright, now we come to the last song. It was Outside the Wall versus Death Kiss. And Death Kiss is the demo that later became a Dangerous Meeting. And Outside the Wall is pointless. I'm giving it to the demo. So there you go. There's the final score. Yeah. That's how it is. I don't have the final score in front of me. I'm pretty sure Pink Floyd lost, but whatever, man. Thank you so much, Dennis. I'm sorry. I thought about Dennis Turner Jr. for a second. I mean, the great Joseph Manella. Thank you so much, my friend, and everybody out there. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and ring that little notification bell. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. Right on, everybody. So, stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and schmack 'em a cob.